Jenny draws a picture on a piece of paper with a border of 4 centimetres around the picture. The length of the paper is 24 centimetres. If the breadth of the picture is 8 centimetres, we're asked to find the area of the border. Now, remember, what is area? Area is how we measure the flat space inside a 2D shape. And with rectangles and squares, we do that in this way. We've got this is area, and the area is equal to length times breadth. Okay, so in a rectangle, all right, we've got a rectangle. If that was this side was 2 and this side is 3, then it would be 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And if these were centimeters, we would give the answer as 6 centimeters squared. Okay. So we need to think about that. We know that this is about area, so we need to think about this and maybe write that down. And we've got to look at this puzzle. And this is actually a really common presentation. You will see lots of puzzles like this. So you need to think about what's going on. And what you have to imagine is that you've got this large grey piece of paper. Okay, and this white paper, which is the picture, has been placed on top so that this grey paper gives us a border. All right. And we're told that the border is 4 centimeters all around. We are asked to find the area of the border, which is the area of this grey part, okay, not including this white part. And the way that we would do this with the information that we're given, because we've got quite a lot of information here, is we need to imagine we've got this grey rectangle, a large grey rectangle, which includes this space. And we calculate the area of this whole space. Then we calculate the area of just this white space. And then we take this area away from the larger area, and that will just give us the area for this bit. All right, so that is probably usually how a puzzle like this is done. So that's what we will do first. Okay, so what is the area of the grey part? Okay, so this is the bit that we're going to do first. Right, the area of the grey part. So we've got area equals length times breadth. Well, what do we know? We know that the length of the grey part is 24 centimeters. So we've got 24 times, and we've got something missing here. We don't have this yet. Equals. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so let's have a look. We are given a lot of information here. So we know that this border is 4 centimeters. And you'll notice this is 4 centimeters, this is 4 centimeters. So no matter where we draw a line, so let's say we draw the line here, that's 4 centimeters. If we draw the line here, that's 4 centimeters. That's 4 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. Anywhere we draw a line here, this border is all 4 centimeters. Okay. So what can we tell? Well, what other measurements do we have? We've got that this is 8 centimeters. Okay. So this is 8 centimeters. All right. This length or this breadth, sorry, of this shape, it doesn't matter. This is 8 centimeters. This is 8. Okay. Well, what's this part? So, because what are we trying to find out? We're working out the grey. That's this part here. We want to work out all of this. Okay. Well, hopefully you can see that all of this is the same length as if I drew a line down here. Okay. So this part we know is 8. This part we know is 4. Okay. And this part we know is 4. So this here, okay, is 4 plus 4 plus 8, which gives us a total of 16 centimeters. All right. So now we know the breadth of the grey piece of paper. So that is 16. And if we multiply 24 by 16, we get 384 centimeters squared. This is an area. Okay, so that's why I give those units. Right, I should put area equals. Okay. Right, now let's look at the white shape, see what we can figure out. So this is the white shape. So the area of the white shape equals something times something equals something. Okay, what have we got? Let's look at the white shape. Well, for the white shape, we already have this breadth. We have this is 8, so I can put that in already. Okay. So what are we trying to work out? We are trying to work out the length of the white shape. What do we know so far? Right, let's pick a different color. So we know that this whole thing is 24 centimeters. Okay, so that would be the same as this all the way along here, wouldn't it? So we know that all of that is 24 centimeters. What else do we know? Well, we know that this bit is 4 centimeters and this bit is 4 centimeters. Okay. So we've divided, it's like having a bar which we've divided into 3 parts. 2 of those parts are 4 centimeters each, and we need to know the remaining part. So if we add 4 plus 4, we get 8. And we need to take that from the whole length, which is 24. We've got 24. If we minus 8, we are going to get 16 centimeters. Okay, so this length is 16. So we can put that in here where we're trying to work out the area of the white rectangle. So the area equals 16 times 8, which is 128 centimeters squared. So we have the 2 areas that we needed. We now need to subtract this area from this area to find out the area of just the border. Okay, so 384 minus 128 gives us 256 centimeters squared. Okay, and that would be our final answer. Okay, now I said that there might be a couple of ways to do this. Okay, this is probably the solution that they were expecting you to think of and to try. But there is another way that you could have gone about this with the information that you are given. So I'm just going to take all of this stuff away. So how are we going to do this? Okay. So what we also could have done is, well, we know how to calculate area, don't we? All right, we know that the area is length times breadth, and that's how we calculate the area of rectangles and squares. So we're good at calculating the area of rectangles and squares. And what I notice is that we can split this grey border into 4 different rectangles that we could then calculate the area of and add together. Let me show you. So let's say we're going to, because we've got this side here, this 8 here, I'm going to draw lines here. Okay, so that's one rectangle, and on the same on the other side is an identical rectangle here. Right, so that's another rectangle. And then here's another one that we can work out the sides for. And here's the last one. Okay, and we really should maybe give these labels. So we could call this A, we could call this B. I mean, they're the same, but just to be clear, we can call this C and we can call this D. Okay, so so again, area equals length times breadth. Let's look at A, we've got B, C and D. So let's see what have we got for A. Well, A, we can see that this length is 24, okay, and this is 4, okay. We've got 24 times 4, okay, and 24 times 4 is 96 centimeters squared. What's B? Well, B is exactly the same as A. All right, so that's 24 times 4 is 96 centimeters squared. Let's look at C and D. Let's look at this one here. Well, we know that that's 8. Okay, so 8. I'm not worrying about whether I get it length times breadth or breadth times length. That it's multiplication, so it doesn't matter which way around you do it. So we know that this is 8 and we know that this is 4. Okay, so 8 times 4. And if C is 8 times, C and D, they're the same. 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32 centimeters squared. And 8 times 4 is also 32 centimeters squared. And then all you would have to do is add these all up and they would also equal 256 centimeters squared. Okay, they've given you the information in such a way, it depends on what information you're given, but that is also a totally valid way of working this out.